Hello, welcome to a new unboxing and quick testing. Today will be the S version of the Cheerson CX-33, so the FPV version working on the 5.8 GHz band. So the Cheerson CX-33 is an hexacopter having the design of so-called Y6, so with some double props inverted. So very nice and original design, not very used. Okay, so the main novelty with the S version is the presence of this FPV monitor, a 4.3-inch model. So what you will find in this box, here is the contents of this model. So you are first of all the hexacopter. Okay, so with this system of double inverted props, one is lifting the quadcopter, the upper one, and the bottom one is pushing, okay, the air. Well, the main difference I will try to focus on is here. This is the FPV camera combo module, okay, and you can guess here the 5.8 GHz linear antenna installed horizontally. It means that you will favorize the broadcasting of your FPV session more in the vertical space, okay, in vertical plane, okay. So it would be, if you want to do some distance horizontally, you should install this antenna more vertically. Why not pointing the down direction? Okay, so the hexacopter. For the weight of this hexacopter, I can give you an information. Just had 2 grams versus the pure camera module, the C version. So I will use this box as indication, and you will see that the total weight is 156 grams, which is absolutely not bad for an hexacopter. This hexacopter is using a 2S LiPo originally. Okay, I'm not sure that the motors, there are some 8.5 mm by 20 mm, are really powered by a 2S LiPo. Maybe there is a voltage regulator between, so in order to not cook them. But anyway, even if they were powered by a 2S system, since you have 6 motors, so 2 motors more than the classic quadcopter, they are less stressed because the extra weight is not so important versus the extra amount of power bring by these new 2 new motors. Okay, so it's less stressing the motor, for example, than the JJC HSC, if I can compare the situation. So the FPV camera, you just need to clip it like this. I found that out of the box is almost jello free, but I strongly advise to install, why not to install a piece of foam between the camera module and the battery doors. Okay, you should absorb a little bit the extra vibration, the remaining one, and you will be completely out of the box jello free. So here is the compartment of the batteries, okay, where you can see that the LiPo is using a micro LED connector, original for a 2S LiPo, and is occupying more of the most of the free space of the battery compartment. Okay, so you just need to lock the door and voila. Okay, so here is the FPV monitor already installed on the camera bracket like this. So you can, thanks to this screw, play with the orientation, okay, of this one, and you will need 4 AAA batteries. NEMH batteries are working, and the antenna is installed vertical internally. It's an half plane 5.8 GHz antenna. It means that you will favorize the reception of all the signal coming from the vertical, the upper part of this plane, vertical plane. Okay, if you want, you have to install your own coaxial cable. If you want to install your own FPV antenna, if you want, for example, to more fly under the trees, etc., maybe you should install a cloverleaf antenna by modding the antenna connection. A small tiny power switch on the right side, and you will see when you turn on it that you have a blue screen. Unfortunately, it means that as soon as you will lose your video connection, the blue screen will appear. It is not very good to fly FPV. It's better to have the snow. It means that the degradation, when the distance becomes important of your video signal, will be from a clear image to a gently to a white snow. Here it will be a brutal change. You will see the blue screen appearing suddenly when the ratio signal to noise will be below a lower value. It's a drawback to have a blue screen, definitively. Anyway, when you turn it here, you will see that the information is quite visible. Okay, I've got a strong light outside, and I try to see the light adaptation of the FPV module. The monitor should have a half VGA, QVGA resolution, in my point of view, but you have some small OSD information appearing. So, for example, the batteries of the ear of the screen. Okay, since I have NEMH battery, so it's lower. You have the reception sensitivity. Okay, here. So almost full bar. It means that I'm in proximity. Okay, it's true. And here you can have the information of videos and photos, and that the micro SD card is inserted. Finally, you have the LiPo, I hope, of the quadcopter. It's not, I'm not sure it's you have some telemetry information sent by the quadcopter. I'm not sure. But as soon as I will press the video recording here, okay, first of all I have to turn on the radio. So now it's bound. But as soon as I will turn the recording, you will see that the icon of the video, the camera, will be replaced by this red point. Okay, it means that it's recording. And as you can see, while it's recording, there is no real frame drops. That is not perfectly at 25 frames per second, but you don't observe really a frame drops. I will stop recording. You will see that is the same amount of frame rates. That's the good news. That means that you won't be impacted by the recording when you're flying FPV. The drawback has all this model is the very narrow field of view of the camera. So to be honest, to fly FPV in low altitude, in low riding condition is almost impossible, especially if you want to fly close to trees. It's not really very possible. For high altitude is okay, not problem at all. So, but for with a lot of obstacle, you won't be able to react fast enough in the proximity flights. That's the main problem. And the bad news, I would say, is the lens mount of the camera module is in an M6 format. So, as far as I know, I don't know really wider lens mount. Lens sensor can be installed. And the second bad news, the lens sensor is directly soldered on the video PCB. So the usual trick of the H08 DS16D lens is no more working with this camera module. Maybe it will be possible to install the Xan FPV kit, because it's ending with the same 4-pin connector. It's working. So if you're not sure to take this FPV module, maybe take the normal C camera version or without camera, and take the Xan Xis FPV kit, and it should work out of the box. And with this one, you will be able to install a wider lens. That's a great news. Anyway, I will conclude to the main important feature of this hexacopter. The altitude hold is working great. It's amazing good. So to practice FPV for a beginner, it's ideal, because you don't have to stress a lot to handle your altitude, because if you release the sticks, the hexacopter will stay in place in the air. That's a main feature. So to learn FPV, it's good, because you need to concentrate on the right stick mainly. That's a good news. So really, I like this altitude hold to practice FPV for beginner. It's definitively a really good point. And the Cheerson CX-33 is an excellent flyer for sure. So really, it's a good combination, this FPV kit with this Cheerson CX-33S. Okay, I will conclude. Oh, I forgot to mention that actually you can fly the Cheerson CX-33 with Diversion TX, but not all buttons are implemented yet. It will come. So for instance, you cannot actionate the auto landing or auto takeoff, because I forgot to say that these two buttons are the auto takeoff or auto landing. That's a great feature, okay? And voila, and you cannot turn on or off the video recording also, but it will be implemented, I'm sure, one day in the variation of the Cheerson 10 Blue A protocol. It will be implemented. This extra button channel will be added in the next features for sure. Okay, I will conclude. Very nice hexacopter, I really like it. The FPV version is nice. The video footage in 720p are great quality. Okay, I regret the small field of view, as usual, the narrow one, okay, and the impossibility to install a wider, well, very easily a wider model, except to glue a jelly lens, for example, but it's not very a good way to do that job. But really I like it. The flying duration is great. You have something like 7-8 minutes very easily. The FPV range is good, at least 100 meters. As soon as you are more than 110-50 meters high, you can reach 100 meters without any problems. Okay, so that's the good news. If you're doing the antenna mode, the control range and the video range will be at least 100 meters. That's good. Okay, so it's more dedicated to beginners to practice in more wide open space, but it's very easy to fly FPV like this. Okay, it's moderate wind resistant. It won't support a very strong wind, but it's okay. In light breeze, it's a very good and stable flyer. Okay, I will end this unboxing and quick testing. I hope you like video. If you like it, please thumb it. If you like my channel in general, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.